My writing, it happens like throwing up. That's the best way to describe it. I can't control it. I don't know when it's going to happen. It might happen once every year. It might happen once every month. Who knows? I have no control, because if I sit down to try and write, I'll just write terrible stuff. And usually my writing comes out when I'm feeling kind of nostalgic or depressed, and I might go. The best way to do it, I feel, is feed myself a couple of whiskeys, and then I lose my inhibitions a little bit. So I think most of I Don't Believe You was written on the corner of a bar. So that's how I write. Well, the Europe tour that I'm doing is the first time I've actually toured in Europe, weirdly enough. And I'm really excited about it, because there's a lot of places that I haven't been able to play before, and people have been asking me to go there, and I get to go, so that's a huge relief. And I just love Europe too, so I'm really excited to travel around and see it. So I'm excited to play the Liverpool gig, and I'm also excited to play my first London gig, because that gig sold out in 3 days, and I'm really excited about how fun that gig's going to be because of that. So I'm excited about them all.
Which way should I turn? Wanna see, wanna feel,
My album's coming out on the 31st of May, which I'm extremely excited about. I paid for most of the album, all of the album, with the website Kickstarter.com. Yeah, I'm really excited about the new album. I feel like it's a really honest representation of who I am now, and I finally get to represent myself with a CD that I feel does me justice. I got to work with some of my favourite musicians of all time. My favourite drummer ever is playing on my album, which is such an honour. And some of the most inspiring musicians, I was surrounded by some of the most inspiring musicians, so I took such a great thing away from that too. You know, I took new skills, and I felt very good coming out of that, and having learned a lot. So yeah, it's nice being able to choose everything you want. I made the artwork for the album. I got to choose what songs are on there. I like that freedom. You don't get that if you go with a label. Yeah, I chose the producer. Well, more so he chose me, because you don't choose someone like him. You ask him very nicely, and he's like, yeah, of course. There's a song on the album called Coney Island, which I actually wrote with a girl called Kate Costello. And but on the album, there's a girl called Jessica Hoop singing it, and she's phenomenal. She's from America, but she lives in England, and I love her voice. She's got a very Celtic sounding voice, and the song is a very Irishy Celtic kind of sound. So, and I have my friend Joey Ryan sings on the album too, because we wrote a song together on there too. So yeah, it was nice having different people singing on it. For my Kickstarter campaign, I promised everybody that if they pledged over $60, I would write them a personal poem. As happy as I am that the Kickstarter campaign was a success, I regret saying that. Yesterday I wrote 150 poems, and I'm only halfway through. And I wanted to kill myself by the end of the day. I'm really happy. Like it's really nice writing them, and I feel really good doing it. But my God, trying to be creative on it, because you have to. Every single one is different, almost. So I'm trying to be creative for every single one, and it's just like, oh God, it's so hard. It messes with your mind. Hell and Back is a highlight, because it's the newest song. I wrote that song in the studio, so I feel least hatred towards that song because it's the newest one. That one, feel hatred I don't feel hatred to it. I just feel I feel better about that one because it's the newest one. It's so fresh, and I'm excited about Bar and A as well, because it's a song that people have been asking for a long time, and I hadn't recorded it for so long, and I'm excited to. I hope people like it.
The mystery blows. It's hard and it's cold, but it works.
I really enjoy playing Following Footsteps live, actually, because it's really quiet, and if everyone in the crowd is quiet, it's a lot of fun to play. It's very dramatic, and I like playing that one live. And I also like playing Bar and A live, as long as people are into it.
And when people aren't into it?
I played a gig in Philly once, and there was no one there, and I played Bar and A by myself, and it was very depressing. Well, it got to the part where I get everyone to sing along, and it was like, oh. Moving to New York was something that happened pretty much overnight for me. I was living in London. I wasn't really happy. I was going through a rough stage, and I've always wanted to live in New York. Everybody, all my friends knew that, and everyone, I think I was probably pissing a lot of people off just talking about New York all the time. They're like, just fucking go already. So anyway, it was one night where I kind of hit a wall, and I was on my own in my apartment, drunk, and I was, a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go. So I grabbed my computer and I booked a flight, and then I went to sleep and completely forgot about it, really. And then I woke up the next day, and I was checking my emails, and I had a Virgin Airlines confirmation. I was like, oh shit. So I thought, well, I might as well roll with it. So I went into work and I quit the next day, and I sold all my stuff on Gumtree, which is a Craigslist of England, and sold everything, and left like 3 weeks later. It was kind of a whirlwind. It was crazy, but the best thing I ever did. Yep, I have a huge obsession with that 70s show. The other day I wasn't feeling so well, and I watched 21 episodes of that 70s show, which is a lot of episodes. I felt like I was inside the show. I am Eric. Yeah, I am Eric. He thinks he's cooler than he is. I could be guilty for that. He is totally a nerd and a nice guy. And on this handsome exterior, underneath this handsome exterior, I'm actually just a nice guy. Unfortunately, I don't like doing bad things. I wish I did. I wish I could be more rock and roll. But yeah, I'm pretty much Eric. I wish I could be Kelso or Ashton Kutcher. How handsome is he? How it doesn't make any sense how a human being could be as good looking as him. Motherfucker. Frank Sinatra. But it was so classy. His performances are so classy. They're all wearing beautiful suits. He got this big band. Yeah, why wouldn't you want to share the stage with him? Yeah, Frank Sinatra. Yeah, everyone's swooning over him. I could get in there with my suit and be like, hey.
I'm gonna leave this memory, and I'm never coming back. I'm gonna take